All right, so in this strategy for language arts, we are practicing something called Go Deeper. And I don't know if you can read this, but here are our questions for going deeper. And we're doing it around the book After the Fall. So we looked at the cover and we were asking, how was Mr. Humpty Dumpty's recovery after he fell? What does Humpty Dumpty do now? Is there a plot twist that we should be thinking about? What will happen in this story? And we were talking mostly about the rhyme of Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty back together again. We want to know what changed in Humpty since he fell down and got fixed up. And we were also thinking of what kind of animals come out of eggs. So those are our questions for going deeper. Here is our book by Dan Sentient. Okay. After the fall, how Humpty Dumpty got back up again. My name is Humpty Dumpty. This was my favorite spot, high up on the wall. I know it's an odd place for an egg to be, but I love being close to the birds. Then one day I fell. I'm sort of famous for that part. Folks called it the Great Fall, which sounds like it was like a grand, which sounds a little grand. It was just an accident, but it changed my life. Kings County Hospital. Fortunately, all the king's men managed to put me back together. Well, most of me. There were some parts that couldn't be healed with bandages and glue. Lots of pictures of birds. Oh dear. After that day, I became afraid of heights. I was so scared it kept me from enjoying some of my favorite things. Oh dear. Look, all the boring cereal is down here. And it gets a little, oh, it's still sad. And then as it gets higher up, it gets more fun. Oh, I walked past the wall every day, and I would think about climbing the ladder again. I really miss the birds and being high above the city, but I could never do it because I knew that accidents can happen. I eventually settled for watching the birds from the ground. It wasn't the same, but it was better than nothing. Then one day, an idea flew by. Making planes was harder than I thought. It was easy to get cuts and scratches, but day after day I kept trying and trying until I got it just right. All right. So one of the questions that we added in is right here. Why watch birds? Why does he watch birds? So until I got it just right. My plane was perfect, and it flew like nothing could stop it. I hadn't felt that happy in a long time. It wasn't the same as being up in the sky with the birds, but it was close enough. Unfortunately, accidents happen. So, what we've added on is, what is the worst thing that could happen? I think this is an important one this is a question that we could use maybe all the time whenever we're reading books. They always do. Look up the wall. There's his paper airplane. I almost walked away again, but then I thought about all the time I'd spent working on my plane and all the other things I'd missed. I decided I was going to climb that wall. Okay, so that's the worst thing that could happen is that he had to go back up the wall. But the higher I got, the more nervous I felt. I didn't want to admit it. I was terrified. Look, the birds are following him up. I didn't look up. I didn't look down. I just kept climbing one step at a time until I was no longer afraid. Oh, you made it to the top. Nice. So, there's still some pages left. What's going to happen now? Maybe now you won't think of me as that egg who was famous for falling. Crack, crack. Hopefully, you'll remember me as the egg who got back up. Oh, he's cracking. Yes. Check it out. And learned how to fly. Well, there you go. Love it. So, we got a few questions added to our list as we thought about after the fall. And this is something we should do with all of our books. Every time we should read, we should be asking questions in our head about why things are happening. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the book, and I hope you're able to use these questions in all your reading